Alright, this is, hello. This is day one of the songwriting competition, and I don't really know where I'm gonna go in the direction of lyrics. I think I'm just gonna start coming up with a melody and see where I go from there. So let's try a couple things out, I guess. You heard nothing. What the? Now that we have a nice simple chord progression of 2 chords, it's time to come up with sort of a loose form of the song. Now, because I'm a lazy ass, most of my songs have a very similar form. It's usually intro, verse, chorus, big quiet breakdown section, and then like a big old jam section at the end. So I think that's what we'll do for this one. Alright, so now that I'm just in an empty Ableton set, gonna set a tempo just by tapping. It's like 87 BPM. Yeah. Then I'm just gonna record in just the guitar part for the intro real quick. Probably gonna have to re-record that. So yeah, there's just a little basic guitar loop, and then we can layer some stuff onto that now. That's about everything I had time for today. I think tomorrow I'll probably start working on some lyrics, but as of right now we have, I think, yeah, we've got the intro, first verse, and then like the pre-chorus. So we're on the right track, I think. Peace. I wrote the rest of the song off camera, and it's shit, and it sounds like this. So yeah, now what we're gonna do right now in the last 24 hours is make it sound lo-fi, because that is an excuse for your music to sound bad. So just a pretentious musician moment. When I say lo-fi, I'm not talking about like I'm referring to like low fidelity, which is like Daniel Johnson or something like that. Basically just kind of stuff that sounds like it was like recorded on a toaster, you know, that kind of aesthetic. So here I am in Ableton, and I've got my master track right here. You might be able to hear some volume, but it'll be really low quality. Cool. Alright, so here's our master track. I've just EQ'd a little bit to make it sound a little more alive. Bass. So first thing we're going to add is a little saturator. And that's basically like a distortion type thing. But what it does, if you put it on the master, just like really subtle, it just spices it up a little bit, which again is hard to hear with these speakers, but it's noticeable if you like listen to it. My beautiful voice. Next up, we're gonna put on, what the fuck was it? Vinyl, yeah, little vinyl distortion. Make it sound like there's a little record in there. You know, that kind of lo-fi sound. You know what it is, yeah. And we're just gonna sort of keep that on like constantly, but we'll have it, duck out at certain points. So we definitely want it at the beginning. Yeah, and back at the end. I'll come back. It's cool. So I now have the sort of amount of vinyl crackle mapped to like where I want it in the song, so it doesn't, get redundant. Now we're gonna add Redux, Ableton calls it, or as most people know it, a bit crusher. I don't want too much in there, because, if you get too much, you get this kind of sound. So I think what we're gonna do is keep it sort of subtle, maybe just do like... just a little bit of fuzz in there. And then we can turn on soft downsample. Let's do like even smaller, like 1.1. So yeah, that's just a little, sort of makes it a little lower quality. So that way my shitty whisper vocals don't sound so out of place. And that's mostly my process. I've got the saturator to sort of warm it up. The vinyl makes it a little more alive in some of the silent spots. And then this Redux just sort of gives it that sort of crunch, a little bit of edge. So that's all done, and I added just a compressor on it just to tighten up the drums a little bit. And I think my beautiful song is finished. Fuck, I don't know. What is this prompt, dude? Like, just the word bubble bath, it feels bad. Whatever. Thanks, this has been a lot of fun. Despite my tone right now, I really did enjoy myself. Thank you for this experience.